All right, welcome back to the final part of this comic collection of this. Me showing off my comic collection from a random box that has just been bagged and boarded. And as I was saying about Justice League, the rest of some New 52, might be getting rid of some of that and maybe throwing some on eBay. Especially a lot of stuff that I don't read anymore, that I stopped reading. And Justice League is one of those series. But I'm torn because I like Jim Lee, so I might have to go back and read these again before I decide what I'm going to do with the Justice League stuff, because I like Jim Lee's art. But that series was not good enough. Men of War, I didn't remember what made me pick this up. Just figured I'd try it out. It was like a military book, and the cover was kind of cool. But the story sucked. And we got Mr. Terrific #1. I was glad to see that he got a shot at an ongoing series. Too bad it only went like 8 issues. I don't think they pushed it enough. And, they're gonna treat a black character, intelligent black character, scientist. He's not gonna get a whole lot of publicity. And I definitely should have backed him more. And they needed a different artist on there as well. But yeah, it was actually a pretty good series. So kind of sad to see that it didn't go longer. Power Girl made an appearance in there. They got Nightwing #1. Just couldn't pick this up randomly. Didn't really care. But it was actually kind of good. It was a decent read. I just didn't care enough to bother picking up anymore. So that one will go on eBay. There's Outsiders, Katana, and Shazam. Or I don't remember what it was actually called. Just remember Outsiders. Picked it up because I like Katana and Shazam. So yeah, I was like, if you look at her arm there, it looks so weird. Every time I pull this out, it's just can't help but stare at her arm. So ugly. And then Power Girl. This was a pretty cool series too. Fantastic art. The first 12 issues were done by Jimmy Palmiotti, Justin Gray, and Amanda Connor, and Paul Mounts. I think he worked on that as well. And then this is issue 18. I have all those first 12 issues signed too. So that's cool. Issue 19. The only reason I jumped on Power Girl, it's just something kind of like Batgirl. Like I like her design and her costume. I don't like the boob one. I think that was so stupid. I don't know why. Like, why do you have a hole in her chest to show off her titties? That doesn't make any sense. And then they tried to explain it in the comic too. It was really stupid. Like, they should just made like I don't know. Should just cover it up, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Well, they know what they were doing when they created that. I like her costume because it looks kind of regal. Like, I don't know. This looks real powerful. Could have gave her pants too. Wouldn't have hurt. There's 21, Gloomy Day, Batman, of course, Graveyard. 22, that's pretty cool. Judd Winnick and Sammy Basri. You get 23, get a team up with Zatanna, pretty cool character. I'm not usually a big fan of magic characters, but Zatanna's cool. And 24, another Batman appearance. And 25, another one. Is this Gotham's last stand? Never. Then 26, the first annual Power Girl convention. Check it out. Up, Up, and Away. This was the last of the series. 27. And you got Static Shock. #1, New 52. There's a lot of controversy with this series. A lot of creative conflict with the editors, and you can go check and go read up on that. So yeah, there's one of many that's happened at DC. Superboy #1. I don't know if I paid for this. It was like $1, or it was free, giving it away at a convention. I just like the cover. Raphael Albuquerque. I don't remember this story too much, but I just picked it up for the cover. And then this one, Supergirl #36. This is easily one of my favorite all-time covers. Like, seriously, my favorite Supergirl cover. and it has to be up there with my favorite covers of all time by Joshua Middleton. I just absolutely love this. I just posted this on my Instagram. Yeah, Supergirl 36. He did some beautiful covers for Supergirl. So I have a bunch of those issues. Sterling Gates wrote them, and Jamal Igo drew a lot of these. There's another one, 44, it's signed by Jamal. This is a pretty cool cover too. Another Joshua Middleton cover. This was the Humphrey Reactron series. It's got Gates, Rucka. Look on this. Another one signed. Joshua Middleton. I really like this, and just like the look on Supergirl's face in the background. There's another one I have, but it's in a different box with Supergirl and Silver Banshee. Yeah, Silver Banshee. There's another cover though, but it's an awesome, beautiful cover. I have to find that one. And number 49. Then jump on New 52, which is number 2. Number 1 is somewhere else. I had that one signed, so it's in a different spot already. Michael Green, Mike Johnson, and Mahmoud Asrar. I think I mentioned him in another video because he's doing Wolverine and the X-Men right now. Superman 626. Talent Caldwell. Oh, this is Michael Turner cover though, but Talent Caldwell drew this. Got Turner, Caldwell, and Joe Kelly. I have the trade for this. Yeah, Superman Godfall. I can't even see it though. So yeah, there's that. I just grabbed it because it was cheap or whatever. You got Superman number 1, New 52. I don't know, I may have went 2 or 3 issues with that one. Then Voodoo number 1. There's a lot of controversy with this one too. She's a stripper. It was crazy stuff. It was a terrible story though. Ron Mars and who's this? Sammy Basri. Pretty art. It's not a good story. War of the Green Lanterns Aftermath number 1. Number 2. It was a pretty cool cover. Casualties of War. Actually, both of these are. Like the blood on this one. Random issue Wonder Woman I came across. Greg Rucka. Rags. Checkmate. And then I had the first 5 issues of the series. I had to pull number 1 out because I got it signed. These are done. Got Alan Heinberg and Terry Dodson. Some awesome art here. I have a lot of Terry Dodson stuff in my collection. Awesome artists. I have some more of this series as well, but I had the first 5 issues and I jumped ahead to like 14. So I was trying to find some Gail Simone stuff, and then I eventually went back and got the first 5 issues. But it's signed by Gail Simone, and Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson worked on these as well. I like this cover. I'm gonna have to get this one signed. Gail Simone signed a lot of these. I must have picked this one up later. This one too, Wonder Woman Through Fire. And New 52 Wonder Woman number 1. Do like Wonder Woman, so I checked it out. But I eventually dropped it. It was a little too deep in the Greek mythology for me. I can only take so much of that. Zombie number 1, John Rosen, Fraser Irving. This is actually a pretty cool series. I just didn't bother to go back and check out more of it. Divine Justice, so I'm gonna have to do that. And Zatanna, like I said, she's a pretty cool character. This is a nice little series. I think it went like 15 or 16 issues. I don't have it all, but Paul Dini, Stefan Rowe, Carl Stories, 1 through 3 right here. The rest is kind of scattered about. And got some Wildstorm stuff. Sky Runner. Just came across these kind of randomly. I just picked them up because I like LA Guards' art. He drew some Supergirl stuff. So I had those issues. I met him at San Diego Comic Con a few years ago. So he's a cool guy. We got Shinku, one of Ron Mars' creative or indie projects. Motor, Who was it? Forgot Motor, Matthew Waite, and David Attia, I think. Forgot. It's one. Number 2 is pretty cool cover. There's actually 5 issues to this, and all of a sudden, like, there were delays because one of the creators had some health problems or some family problems. So that's all understandable. It just happens. And then, so I've been, there's some steady updates, like, well, not really steady, but it's kind of seeing hints that number 6 is done, but it's not out yet, so I don't really know what's going on with that. You got some Spawn stuff, 202, 203. This is all part of the Jim Downing storyline when Al Simmons killed himself in issue 185. It's a pretty cool cover. So he killed himself in 185, and then Jim Downing took over as a Spawn. And there's this whole thing about people thinking he's a miracle healer and sent from God. And that's all been great stuff. And right now, McFarlane's back writing it. And the artist, what's his name? It's like Simon Kudransky. No, that's a different guy, I'm not sure. But yeah. Well, I was always a big fan of Spawn as a kid. Right behind X-Men, they're my favorite. You got some Wildcats, Witchblade. I think I mentioned Witchblade, another video, so I won't touch on it too much. But yeah, Ron Mars. Once he got on there, pretty good story with him and Stepan Sejic, whatever. Had a random issue Predator came across, was cheap. They got some IDW G.I. Joe stuff. This is when G.I. Joe was still cool. This series and the next one, but the current one is just dreadful. So stay away from that at all costs. You got 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. This is the last issue of this series. And then the Cobra Civil War happened. The new Cobra Commander and all that. Free comic book day issue of G.I. Joe from DDP, who previously had the rights before IDW got it. Then DDP, Devil's Due Publishing. They had all types of issues. You know, there was a lot of stuff with like creators saying they weren't getting paid. All this crazy stuff. New comic book, free comic book day, redeemable. It's actually, I think it might be a flip book. And then finish it off, some Crusade from Billy Tucci, published by Crusade. So I got a bunch of random issues of this. Yeah, I finally sat down and read these years ago. She, Way of the Warrior, pretty cool, pretty decent stuff. I just like her design, so I figured I grabbed a bunch of issues. Didn't really know how the series is ordered or anything like that. And Tomo. So yeah, those comics. Like I say, it's like 300 plus. I ended up bagging and boarding. And got tons of more to go. There's actually more in that box, so it probably would have been close to 400. But like I said, I had separated some out already. Or there's like a last little chunk left. So, whew. So after all that, it's probably about a 4-part video series. The timer is going on almost an hour. So I break it up into 15-minute segments. Show off some chunk of books. This is just a small taste of my collection. Eventually, when I get some more time, maybe I'll go through and show off a lot more. Like I said, I just keep doing these random comic collection series videos to show off just particular stuff, maybe a random box or maybe a specific character or series. So yeah, that's that video series. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See my collection of my comic commentary. Happy hunting, happy collecting, happy reading. And yeah, Gene Little Dragon signing out. Peace out.